Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the new Dragon Ball Super chapter's out, and you wouldn't believe it, but there is 2 new transformations from the villain Gas. We continue the battle between Granola and Gas, and Granola is able to take the upper hand just simply because he has learned how to use his strongest in the universe powers so far, whereas Gas had just granted the wish, and he's learning how to use it during the battle. So Granola does some really cool combination attacks here at one point, even splitting himself up into a bunch of clones, doing a combination attack and forcing Gas to leave himself vulnerable to take out the clones, and then Granola pulled all of the energy of the clones back into himself for one massive blast, which he lands a direct hit on Gas. So this was a full combat chapter just about. There was a very short flashback of Bardock, which we'll talk about in just a minute. And there were some amazing panels in this chapter. I mean, really gorgeous stuff. Some nice double pages, really dynamic angles from Toyotaru. In this shot here of Gas just shooting out these laser beams to take out 8 or 9 Granola clones is super cool. However, this chapter felt lacking in progress because by the end of the chapter, Granola is able to pretty much beat Gas, and then shows up and takes off his band of horns on his head, which causes him to transform. So these characters, the Heaters, I guess they all have this ability because Maki says when our instincts are unleashed, we lose all sense of self. So they're almost like Saiyans that don't need a full moon, I guess, but they can't control. They go like Ozaru almost. It's like a Zarbon transformation as well, kind of. And now also pay attention to the fact that Gas is not the only one who has this horn necklace medallion. Eli has it around his waist, and Oil and Maki have it around their necks. So potentially they all transform at some point. These horns grow out of his head, and he gets an insane power boost, but he cannot control himself. In fact, he goes completely crazy and starts bashing his head into a mountain, which was kind of funny. But Eli believes that since Gas is the strongest in the universe, with that level of power, he should be able to control his berserker state. And at the end of the chapter, he's able to pull the power into himself, regain control, reform his clothes, and now he's back to Gas, but with horns coming downwards out of his head, and presumably he just got like a 10x power boost or something like that. So we've seen this guy Gas get power boost after power boost. I mean, we had his base, then he got the wish, he started using all these weapons that he was manifesting, although that was his prior skill, he knew how to do that already, and then he started learning how to use the strongest in the world power, and now he is transformed twice. And that chapter basically ends with desperate hopes for everyone. I mean, it doesn't seem like Vegeta gets slammed, he gets kicked into a mountain by Gas. Vegeta took a ton of damage there. Goku doesn't really have any energy left, and Granola's on the last ropes as well. I mean, he took a large amount of damage by creating that clone technique and basically sacrificing them, because Granola's clone technique isn't after images, they're all parts of himself, splitting not only his ki and his energy, but also I guess he takes damage if they take damage too. Same kind of clone as when Goku fought Granola. So I don't really know what's going to happen in the next chapter, because I mean, do Goku and Vegeta fuse? Does Vegeta get up and go Master Ultra Ego? Does Granola have some trump card? I really don't think so. I don't know exactly what could happen here. Maybe something to do with the wish. Perhaps Gas just has a heart attack and just dies because his time ran out that fast or something like that. Now there is something fishy or crucial with the battle between Gas and Bardock 40 years ago. So as Gas is transforming, Manito says, I saw it with my own eyes 40 years ago, this transformation. When Bardock had Gas on the ropes, he lost himself and turned into that. Gas clashes fists with Goku in a similar fashion than when Bardock did back in the day. We get this little flashback of a beat up Bardock who had just clashed with Gas, and then he charges up the same kind of energy ball that he used against the Frieza Death Ball, or Frieza's minions, back in the original Bardock special, and it looks like Gas lost there. So I guess Gas was losing, he did this transformation, and then he just went crazy and Bardock won, but it seems like there's something else there, because Vegeta specifically asks Manito, how did Bardock beat Gas when he was like that? And Manito said, I was unconscious. So maybe there is some sort of weakness with this transformation besides just going berserk. Bardock knew something that nobody else knows right now. And I guess it's going to be up to Goku, Vegeta, Granola, and Manito to figure out, and maybe Oatmeal too, what exactly that weakness is. Perhaps he has like a soft spot on his body, you hit him in the gut or the back of the neck or something, and maybe he just gets messed up. I don't know. It could be something simple like that. It could be something more, but there's definitely something going on with the way Bardock defeated Gas and his current transformation. And they're probably going to use that, I guess, in the next chapter to end up beating Gas somehow. But there's so much more that has to happen in this arc. I mean, we have Elec. We don't even know how strong Elec is. And if Gas somehow loses, I don't think he's the final villain of this arc. I mean, they're going to have to fight Elec. Granola's probably gonna kill Elec, I'm guessing, and that's gonna be his redemption for the assassination of his mother. But Gas is supposed to be the strongest of all of them, and he got the wish to be the strongest, so even if they transform, the only way it would work is if Goku, Vegeta, and Granola are completely tanked to the point where they like can't move, and then you have these berserking Hulk heaters trying to slaughter them, I guess. Also remember that when Elec went to make the wish for Gas, he said he wasn't going to watch Gas initially fight everyone because he had something else to do. And so that's got to come up soon as well. I don't know, he potentially could be hitting up Frieza. Like, I feel like Frieza has got to come at some point since this whole arc and the whole story really revolves around him. Is he going to try and get Frieza here and then have Frieza fight Gas? That's very possible. Maybe when he went away, he hit up Frieza, said, hey, the Saiyans and Granola are here. You need to come. We got the Dragon Balls here. Maybe he tempted him with those. And I guess if the next chapter, Granola, Vegeta, and Goku are all down and out for the count, the next battle could be Frieza versus Gas. But Frieza would get stomped, dude. Like, what is Frieza gonna do unless, you know, he's got his diamond form or platinum form or some other sort of upgrade now, and if Frieza becomes the strongest in the universe, I don't know. I mean, the Dragon Balls can be used over and over again. These Cerulean Dragon Balls don't have any time limit, so it's possible that Elec went and picked them up again, or Frieza may come and get them. It was some cool artwork. We got some crazy transformations, a little bit of backstory, but it was mostly for its entirety pure combat, which is okay, but I think fans are a little bit drunk on the combat as well, even though that is the heart of Dragon Ball. This arc has had a lot of continuation chapters of battles, like going and going and going and going. However, the story is slowly progressing through, but full combat chapters unfortunately don't leave too much to talk about. They're definitely fun for the eyes, but I want to see us progress through this arc, in my personal opinion. Like, it was an okay chapter. I don't think Gas even needed the transformation. I mean, the guy could have probably just adapted to his powers and beat Granola just barely. Like, I really don't think that they needed to write in this crazy hulking berserker mode transformation for Gas. I don't really see the point, unless something else happens in the future of this arc. My guess is that they wrote this in so that he develops some sort of weakness so that the heroes can ultimately beat him. And that weakness is probably what Bardock knew, and they're probably going to figure it out and beat Gas. So then Frieza comes, or Elec takes off his headband and transforms maybe and fights them. Who knows, but we gotta be getting near the end, you would think. I mean, this arc's been going on quite a while. It's been a ton of action, and Granola's progressed quite a bit, but I think he's probably gonna sacrifice himself to destroy Elec in the end and just die happy. Like, I'm almost positive that's gonna happen. I give this chapter maybe like a 6 out of 10. Like, it's not really something that I would go text my friends and be like, yo, you gotta read the new chapter. We got Goku and Vegeta sidelined. We got all these people wishing to be the strongest. We got transformation ass pulls. And yeah, I just want this arc to wrap up, man. Honestly, I mean, some people love it. I think the majority don't like it. But a lot of people do. I'm ready for the next one. I really want an Evil Angel, and hopefully they give it to us, or we can explore some other universes, because no more wishing to be the strongest. It's just lazy. All right, guys, I'm Mastar. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Let me know your comments down below. And unfortunately, like, I don't really have many videos that I can make to precede this one. I mean, talk about next episode preview. I mean, basically just did. There's just not that much information to really go on. I mean, when you talk about a One Punch Man chapter. There's so much data, like information. You can make video and video talking about it. But with Dragon Ball, these full combat chapters, it's just kind of a little stale, in my opinion, especially compared to One Punch Man. If we get any spoilers, I'll let you guys know. That's it for the video. See ya.